Welcome to Closer to Happy, the road back to Valencia, Paris edition.
Paris is always extraordinary. This time, it was extra extraordinary.
Yeah, it really was. We normally go there with our kids or on a job, but this was really, really special to have some time just us.
Yeah, very romantic.
And the weather was perfecto, which is not French.
Not even all.
Time in Spanish. Yeah. Anyway, the weather was extraordinary, and so we were out walking like we were in London. In fact, the weather in London followed us.
Yeah.
They had had months of rain, right? Which is normally...
Yeah. Nobody could believe it.
Nice weather we are having.
We had dinner with friends right when we got there, and we went and checked in our hotel, which was in Le Marais, and it was called the Seine Paris, which can't recommend enough. Beautiful little boutique hotel, great vibe. It was built in an ex-monastery.
So everyone who works there has on monks' clothing and confessionals everywhere. It was really cool. It was kind
And they pumped in frankincense. Everywhere you went, it smelled like frankincense. It was really cool.
Yeah,
and the rooms, even though the rooms were very tiny, because it's Paris, it was so vibey. And the bed was the most comfortable bed I think I've ever slept on. It was like a cloud.
I have to do voiceover sometimes while I'm traveling. This was like a perfect environment. I just sat in a bunch of pillows and blankets and did my recordings. It was pretty cool.
All this talk has made me hungry.
That started an entire trip of eating croissants because we've been under the illusion, an urban legend, if you will, that when you travel in Europe, you can eat all the bread you want and you won't put on any weight.
That's not true.
Not true at all. Unless there's something about walking around Europe that makes your pants shrink. But anyway, we started off our trip just in Paris, enjoying the food immensely. It's incredible there. Every meal was really extraordinary, like better than I remember it ever being.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Well, it's always been amazing, but it was exceptional this time. I once again, like London, make reservations in advance, especially in high season, to get into the most popular restaurants for sure.
And if you want to go to the Louvre or anything like that, that's a tourist attraction, absolutely book those tickets ahead as well.
That's kind of any time of year there, really, especially for the popular ones.
Right.
Yeah, we went for a walk along the Seine, and we're walking along the perimeter of the Louvre, which we've been inside, but we've never just walked all the way around, and it was massive.
It's unbelievable. But one thing we did notice is there are an awful lot of pickpockets these days. They're very good at distracting and then picking your pockets.
Yeah, be careful, especially in popular tourist spots. A lot of times they'll come up to you with a petition that is suspiciously in English, ask you to sign it, and as soon as you do, either while you're signing it, they're picking your pocket or get really angry and want you to donate. Just really be careful, especially in the train stations in Paris.
Anything that's valuable, keep it on your person or in front of you.
Speaking of trains, taking the metro is really easy in Paris. You can buy a pass. You can download a metro app that'll give you like all the schedules and how to get to places. So definitely the way to travel throughout Paris.
Yeah. And then you saw that museum. That was your favorite museum.
Yay. It was the Musée d'Orsay, which has a huge collection of Impressionist art. And I just love that museum. It's my favorite one in the world.
It's an old train station. Right?
It's an old train station. And we had lunch there, which was like meh. But the ambiance and the incredible room in this train station that we ate was spectacular.
Yeah, it's a pretty phenomenal place. On this trip, we ended up working more than we anticipated. And we ended up doing a good job of balancing it, I think.
We had fun. We made it fun no matter what. We split our time between our tiny little room and the lobby, which inexplicably had a DJ playing, but that's okay. Kind of made it fun.
DJ with a monk robe.
Yeah, it was super fun.
We did this whole trip, like 6 weeks in Europe with carry-ons only. And so that was very, very, very difficult for us because that's not the way we normally travel. So in the middle, and this happened to be when we were in Paris, we had to find a laundromat to go do your laundry, unless you want to give it to the, to the hotel.
Which was $30 for a pair of pants.
Yeah. So for like €6, I went out and I found a laundromat around the corner, and I ended up doing the laundry. Now, this was very hard because everything is in French, and I didn't understand how the laundry machines worked. But it's so freaking gratifying when you do your laundry in the middle of a trip.
And it's also a real experience. It felt like a neighborhood experience.
Yeah, we met people that are in the neighborhood. So that gives you a sense of a city when you have that. And the way to do that is to go out and do things like that are very localized. Like
Right. Their laundry. Yeah. And you also found some more great croissants, surprisingly.
Yes, I got very good at honing in on the bakeries.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So we did a speakeasy tour in the evening that was so much fun, and we met the loveliest couple from India that we never would have met. The speakeasy tour that we did had us going to the mobster bar, and there was one that was like a mezcal bar. You had to go through a kitchen of a restaurant.
Yeah.
You'd never know it was there. And another one behind a restaurant, behind a bookcase. I'll link all three to them below.
We also went to a rooftop bar to just have a sunset drink at one point, and that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
But what was really cool is as we left, we were trying to find a cab and how to get back home. And we walked through this neighborhood that had a lot of people off in the distance, and we just went to check it out. And it was just energized and really cool and fun. And then there was one bar that we went into called the
Experimental Cocktail Club.
The crowd was really fun, and it was a neighborhood that we ended up going back to a couple of times because it was really special. And we just happened to find it because we were trying to work our way back to the hotel.
We would love to hear about your favorite places in Paris, and also any tips or tricks you've got for kind of navigating the city.
So if you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe and come back, because next we're off to Mallorca, Spain, and we'll tell you all about that next time.
Shut up.